Hello, my name is Kristie Stumpf Rork, and welcome again to Cape Talk with Kristie. Today's guest is Jeremy Ganter from Osprey Public House. Welcome, Jeremy.
Thank you for having me.
Jeremy, can you explain what we are going to do first before we start the interview?
Well, first, I think to ease us into this interview, we should have a cocktail. So
Fantastic.
What I'm going to be doing is making a cocktail called the Toronto. It is a classic cocktail that's on my cocktail menu. It was first in a cocktail book in the 1920s, and it was 1922. And at that point, it was still just called the Fernet cocktail at that point. And then subsequent books later ended up changing it to be called the Toronto. So I don't know if it actually was created in Toronto or whoever was the one that named it just switched it to that because they were from there. So what you normally are supposed to use is Canadian rye, but I'm going to stick with American and do some bullet rye. So we're going to do, making two at once, so we're going to do 4 ounces.
And this is for you, Colleen, if you're watching.
4 ounces of your rye whiskey. So the cocktail is also either a play off a Manhattan or a play off an Old Fashioned. It's a debate between many cocktail historians, but you're just kind of switching out sweet vermouth for a little bit of Fernet Branca. We do about 1/4 of an ounce. And then you're also adding in your simple syrup. So this is where people also say this is it's spilling a little bit there. Cross between Old Fashioned as well. And then the last key ingredient is going to be our aromatic bitters.
It's looking good.
I'll wipe my hand for you that sugar real quick. And then I'm just going to add some ice.
If you're just joining us, we're at Osprey Public House, and this is Jeremy Ganter, and he's making us a Toronto.
We're going to stir this a good 20-25 times to get nice dilution from the ice.
Looking good.
And we just grab our Hawthorne strainer here. Pour over a large, let's see, you can see what I'm doing here, large ice cube.
Can you see this?
Make sure we're getting an even amount here. You can also put this up in a martini glass or a coupe. I just prefer it over a large ice cube. It's my personal preference. And then the last ingredient, just going to get our orange peels here. And you just want to express the oils from that skin into the cocktail. And there you have it. Cheers.
Cheers.
So good.
Delish. All right, so if you're just joining us, this is Cape Talk with Kristie. We are on location at Osprey Public House, and this is Jeremy Ganter, the owner of Osprey Public House. He just made us a delicious Toronto, and this is what he is known for, is his cocktails. But first, before we even talk about cocktails and what he's known for, let's talk a little bit about Osprey Public House. When is it open?
Right now, we are open. We were open every day of the week, but it's been a little slower, so we've been closing down on Mondays. Opening back up at 4 o'clock on Tuesdays, and then 11 to 11 Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
We're doing a full menu during the week for lunch and dinner, and then on the weekends from 11 to 3 on both Saturday and Sunday, we're doing a brunch menu, and then switching back over to that regular menu from 3 o'clock till close.
Okay, so you said you're 11 to 11?
11 to 11 Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
Once the summer season kicks in, we'll be 11 to 11 every day again.
Okay, what's your lunch menu like?
Lunch menu is we just do one menu. It's not a separate lunch menu or dinner menu. We just decided we were basically just taking the entrees off, and we figure in the summer some other different crowds might want to have an entree instead of just a sandwich or something for lunch. So we just decided to leave the whole menu, run with it all day.
Fantastic. What about your brunch menu?
Brunch menu is fantastic. We've got a lot of good, back and forth between our regular menu and then some good breakfast items. I suggest coming in and getting the Osprey Benedict It's our own homemade hollandaise sauce. It's our own homemade creamed collard greens that just give it a nice little extra oomph of flavor. So it's fantastic.
Sounds delicious.
And one of our best sellers is also the shrimp and grits. And don't be scared of grits. I know it's not a North Country thing, but our grits are fantastic.
I know it's delicious because I came in here in March on my birthday, and that's what I ordered. It was so good.
So yeah, so obviously we focus on very much a Southern and Cajun inspired menu, but it's not hot and spicy. It's all just seasoning and flavoring, and just want everyone to come and give it a shot. We've gotten nothing but great reviews so far about our food. So.
Fantastic. Where does your chef come from?
Chef originated from Albany. He went to school at SUNY Schenectady, focused on culinary and restaurant hotel management. And then he relocated down to North Carolina for years, so that's where he got a lot of his Southern background, and he's just hit this menu out of the park. So I'm very, very proud to have him on my team and have him as my executive chef.
That's fantastic. Now, you made us a Toronto, which is absolutely delicious, and I'm going to take another sip here in just a minute. Now, what are some of the other specialty drinks that you offer?
So this one right here is actually a classic cocktail. It's not one that I've created. There's another cocktail on my menu that was created by another bartender in LA, and I'll always give credit where credit's due if I didn't create it myself. But one that I created was a play on an old fashioned. I call it the Caribbean Christmas. It's just 2 ounces of pineapple rum, some maple syrup instead of simple syrup, and then chocolate walnut bitters instead of the aromatic bitters. You stir in that, pour it over a large ice cube, and drop a little cherry in it, and then I set a little smoker on it, and I smoke wood chips on it, so that gives it kind of more of that, turns that sweet pineapple rum into more of that smoky whiskey kind of flavor too. So.
That's fantastic. Now, where did you, let's backtrack a little bit. We know about the restaurant. Where did you get your background in creating these drinks and these ideas?
I really first started getting into cocktails when I moved to New York City in 2004. I started working at a boutique hotel bar in Midtown Manhattan called the Mansfield. It was the M Bar at the Mansfield Hotel on 44th between 5th and 6th. Really got into making all the classics and got a solid background with that. And then after leaving there, after 5 years and kind of wanting to experience other bars around the city in different styles, that's where I kind of got more into the craft cocktail aspect of it, and adding fresh ingredients and learning how to think more like a chef when it comes to flavors for your cocktails instead of just trying to do it with all spirits. But besides just the cocktails, I also worked in craft beer bars and wine bars, and I've pretty much run the gamut of any kind of bar you can think of to work in. I've done it all.
So would you call yourself a mixologist?
That's a funny term. I know a lot of people either swear they're a mixologist or just, I'm just a bartender. I'm a bartender who likes to have fun and mix cocktails. So if you want to call me mixologist, that's fine. I'll take that too. It's fun. So.
Now you said you learned a lot of that in New York City. Have you used that anywhere else besides New York?
I lived in Orlando, Florida for 7 years. My main stuff that I dealt with in Florida at first was more craft beer oriented, but then got into the Marriott World Center and their kind of craft cocktail bar there, and kind of got me right back into it. So, and learned actually a lot more there from my mentor, Tim Bradstreet, than I did pretty much through anybody else. So.
That's fantastic. What made you decide to open? Now, you're originally from this area, correct?
I am. I'm from the Brownville area. I graduated from General Brown in '98, and then went away to college and kind of just kept going south for a while. But COVID brought me back home closer to family, so I'm happy to be back.
And why this?
Well, just kept driving by it every day for about a year into COVID, and came across the listing and came and looked at the space, and brought a contractor in and kind of wanted to see if he could do what my brain was telling me how to remodel the space. And he said, yeah, we can get it done. And so I took a chance, and here we are.
I think it's fantastic. The space that you have created is just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What are your future plans? You created this gorgeous space. You've already said that you plan to open up a little more for summer. What are your future plans for Osprey?
For now, it's just to keep our feet underneath us and keep going and plugging away and get those, those good responses from locals and the summer crowd that's coming back. Expand on what we're doing with our menu. I'm currently working with my vendors on creating a nicer wine menu than the wines that I just currently brought in. The cocktails will change seasonally, and their styles will change seasonally. So going into summer, I'll probably focus more on doing plays off more fruity tiki drinks and fun stuff like that. And then chef with the menu, tweak things here and there where we feel the need to. Starting tomorrow on Wednesday, though, we're going to be doing 80-cent wings.
Really?
In-house offer.
I think 80 cents is probably the best in northern New York.
Yep, that's what we're doing right now. 80-cent wings. We're adding five
Did
more.
everybody catch that? 80-cent wings.
five more flavors to our profile, so we'll end up having 10 flavors to choose from. It's a minimum order of 5 wings when you come in, and it's in-house only, so no takeout for that deal, unfortunately. But you're more than welcome to order wings to take out at any time at the regular price. And also starting tonight, from 4 to 6 every Tuesday through Friday, we'll be doing our happy hour. So it'll be half-priced house wines, half-priced well cocktails, and $1 off all beers.
That's 4 to 6?
4 to 6.
From
Tuesday through Friday.
Tuesday through Friday. Fantastic. Awesome. Is there any questions? Can you just tap that?
Computer here.
Oh, shoot. Oh, we have to refresh it.
Oh.
Sorry, it's live, folks. Just 1 second, folks. Any questions?
I see it.
Nope,
doesn't
no
look like it.
questions.
All right.
Nobody has any questions for Jeremy? Or about any cocktails? Any questions for Jeremy?
Address.
Oh,
The
address. Very good.
Address is 8353 County Route 9, Clayton, New York, 13624. We're right in Sand Bay on the corner of St. Lawrence Road or County Route 9 and Route 12.
Good question, Robin. Any other questions? Good question. Also, I want to get everyone's feedback. We did an on-site Cape Talk with Kristie today, and I want to get everybody's feedback. If you like an on-site Cape Talk with Kristie, please let me know, and we'll start doing on-site Cape Talks, especially if there's drinks involved. And let me know that as well.
Yeah, come on in anytime, Robin. We look forward to seeing you too.
Any other questions? This is great.
I think they're good.
I think they're good? All right. Well, Jeremy, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for the drink as well.
Cheers again.
Cheers again. Everyone, come on now to the to the OPH.
Being on site is nice, and they get to see the space.
Thanks, Jennifer. Yes, I agree. I think being on site is a good idea. Everybody gets to see the space and see what it's all about. But thank you again, OPH or Osprey Public House, for having me here. Thank you again, Jeremy.
Thank you for having me.
And next week, join us again for Cape Talk with Kristie.